Hi students, let's do question 17 now, yeah? Right now, we're going to practice differentiating different types of polynomials. So you may have to make use of any of the 4 techniques that you have learned from me earlier, okay? Any of them, depending on how the question is given. So let's go through it together. Question 17a. Differentiate the following functions with respect to x, and y is given to you x squared x minus 5 power 4. Okay, so now the moment you see this, yeah, x minus 5 to the power 4, and you do not know how to expand this, so that means you cannot do this the normal usual first technique, the easy way. So you have to use the product rule, yeah, the multiplication rule, and you cannot use the composite function. A mistake that students commonly make is this: they want to use the composite function method, the fourth method that you learned earlier, and don't put the 4, multiply here, okay, and then that becomes 4x squared. Okay, this is wrong, yeah, this method is wrong. And why? Because there is an x squared here. When there is an x squared here, you cannot treat this as composite function method. All the composite function method does not have an x outside here. Normally you do it if you have question like this: 5 x minus 5 power 4. Now if this is like that, the polynomial is given to be like this, then you may use the composite function method. 4 can times 5, yeah, then you can do this. However, you cannot do if you have an x here. Understand, you have to differentiate the x as well. So this is not the correct method. So let's start it again. Y is equals to x squared x minus 5 to the power of 4. So if it is like this, then you will have to use the product method, the product rule, yeah? So treat this as one thing times another thing. Alright, so your dy dx, the dy dx is, remember the product rule, copy the front, differentiate the back, and then plus copy the back, differentiate the front. Right, so let's copy the front, that's x squared, and now you differentiate the back, yeah? So you need to differentiate this now. You notice that this one, you have to use the composite function method, because there's a power 4 here. The composite function method, yeah, to differentiate this. Okay, so how? Right, exactly the same. Ignore the x squared. To differentiate this, you times the 4 with the coefficient. The 4 with the coefficient, which is a 1. So put a 4 there. Times, yeah, they're all times. And then copy whatever that is inside. This becomes power 3. And differentiate the inside, yeah, the inside of the bracket. That's a 1. Okay, so that means, right, be careful, look, this is copy the front and differentiate the back. This whole thing is the differentiation for the back. Then plus, now you copy the back exactly as it is, yeah, copy power 4 and differentiate the front. That becomes 2x. And that's it. So now you expand carefully. Now power 3 cube, you cannot expand this, so do what you can. That's x squared times 4 times 1. So that's 4x squared. Then this is x minus 5 cube and plus, so you cannot expand this, right? So that's 2x x minus 5 power 4. Alright, so now what else can you do? You can actually still simplify this by factorization. So here's where some skills comes in. Look at that. What is common here? This is one term. If you can see, this is one term separated by a plus, and this is another term. Something that is common and you can factorize. First of all, look at the 2x and the 4x squared. You can factorize 2x, right? So take out 2x. Then look at the x minus 5 and the x minus 5. You can factorize, right? It's a common factor. So you can factorize x minus 5 to the power of 3. The minimum you can take out. Okay, the most that you can take out is the smallest power. So that's cube. Right. And now you have a big bracket. Well, you don't have to write a big bracket actually, you can just put a small bracket. Now, after factorizing out, what is left inside this term? What is left? This is no more, x minus 5 is taken out. So what is left after taking out 2x? What is left is another 2x, right? That's 4x squared. Then plus, in the next term, if you have factorized out 2x, what else is left? You've taken out x minus 5 cubed, so there is only one x minus 5 left. So now simplify what you can. There's nothing you can do here, but you can do this. So it's 2x x minus 5 cubed, and this is 3x minus 5. And that's it. Have a look. Is there anything else that you can still do? You can't. So this is your final answer. Basically, you will have to simplify until you cannot simplify. Means you must factorize until you cannot factorize. That will be the final answer. Okay, so I guess this is a little bit long and tedious, but it is what you have to do. You cannot leave your answer like this. They will minus mark from here. You have to do it until the simplest form. Alright, so let's try 17b. 17b. 17b is y is equals to 1 minus 2x and 3x plus 4 to the power of 5. So again, this is the product rule, right? Something times something. So you have to dy dx using the product rule. That means copy the front, and now you differentiate the back. So you do exactly the same thing. This is a composite function again, yeah? So differentiate this. That will be 5 in front here, and then 3x plus 4. That will be power 4, and differentiate the inside now. That's a 3. So plus, now you copy the back. 3x plus 4 power 5. And differentiate the front, which is a negative 2, which is fairly easy. Okay. Alright. So now, well, you don't have to simplify. You can actually look one shot and look out for what you can factorize, because eventually you have to factorize them. So I can see 5 and 3 is 15, and that's 1 minus 2x. Well, 15, 1 minus 2x, and negative 2 cannot factorize out. So basically you just copy. That's 15 and 1 minus 2x and 3x plus 4 to the power of 4 plus, okay, that's not a plus because you have a minus negative 2, right? So that's a minus 2, 3x plus 4, 5. Okay, now you can find what you can factorize. Obviously, the only common thing here, the only common factor is this, right? 3x plus 4, that's your only common factor. So now to factorize, we'll take this out, yeah, 3x plus 4. So 3x plus 4, you can factorize up to 4, power 4, because that's the most there is in this term, so power 4. So after factorizing this, what is left in the term is 15, 1 minus 2x, and what is, after taking out 3x plus 4 power 4, what is left is negative 2 and 1, 3x plus 4. Okay, basically it's like this. So you may simplify whatever that is inside here. Okay, and leaving this outside because you don't expand to the power of 4. So let's copy this. Okay, now 15, that's expansion, just normal expansion. 15 minus 30x minus 6x minus 8. Okay, so we are almost there, almost done. Okay, 15 minus 8, and that is 7 minus 30, 6x. And that's it. There is basically nothing else you can do. So this is the final answer. The differentiation for this kind of function with respect to x is this answer. Okay, we'll do C and D in the next video.